Hello, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Alyssa and today I'm going to talk about my goals for 2026, for this YouTube channel anyway. So if you want to know what my plans are, then please keep watching. So I have already done videos where I'm kind of talking about my painting projects and things like that. So as I am structuring my painting projects and bringing items in and doing all that, I want to also keep in mind goals that I have. And so I went ahead and wrote them down so that way I can remember. Because I know last year I had my different inventories and I would write down, or I wasn't writing down, that's the problem. I was talking about, oh, I want to finish this and that kind of thing. And then, it gets a few months into the year and you forget what some of those goals were that you had. And so, maybe you start buying a whole bunch more lip products than you intended just because you kept finding really good deals at the store. So let me go ahead and talk you through them, and you can also kind of be on my case to make sure I'm actually following through with these goals. But yeah, let's see how I do. So I have a bunch of items that I would like to finish, so I'm going to go ahead and show them all to you. So we're going to start with a bunch of lip products, and I decided to go along with this that I cannot buy any other lip products except if I meet two of these goals. So it's not that I have to finish two items, like any items or something. No, it has to be two of the ones that are on this list. And I'm also going to kind of make it a thing that it can't just be, well, no, we're going to be okay with that. I was going to say it can't just be my lip oils, because these I go through really quickly and I have two of them. So, you could say, oh, well, if I finish two lip oils, I could buy something new. I really like the lip oils, so if I was to finish both, then I feel like it'd be justified to buy another lip oil. Like it would let me, free me up for that. And if for some reason I was off my lip oil train, especially this lip oil train, and didn't want them, then I guess I would be buying something else along those lines. I don't know, but that would be odd to me. So I'm okay with that. But these are two that I would like to finish this year just because I like to rotate through my lip products. I don't want to keep them too long. And they were new near the end of 2025, so it should be fine. It's not like they're going to be expired, I don't think. Also, I had to finish some lip liners. So the three lip liners I would like to finish are three of my five, because they're my oldest. And so one is this Mario lip liner. Another is my one from Milani, which has gotten really small, as has my NYX one. So it feels like I should be able to do that. I'm not saying that finishing a lip liner means I can only bring in a lip liner. It might just mean I buy fewer lip liners and I'm doing something else. I don't know, but this, these are another three goals there. I also would like to finish this Milani lipstick. I have just a little bit left. I feel like the progress I made over last year means I should be able to. So that is my goal. And I know I could use it on my cheeks or do things like that, but I actually really like it as a lip color. So I am fine just using it naturally. But like I said, as I'm picking items for projects, I might want to bring this in. For balms, I would like to finish both my e.l.f. and the Ole Henriksen. This one just because the shelf life is apparently only 6 months. And then the e.l.f. one I've had it for longer than my other ones, and make sure I'm using it, that kind of thing. Also, because I now have, counting this one, 3 red lip products. So I've got to be finishing them up. I would like to finish the red lipstick that I have. Not what I'm wearing right now. I'm actually wearing this with my liquid lipstick, and I like the effect, although I feel like it might have gotten sloppy. I don't know. So I'm sorry if my lips look sloppy right now. But I'm trying to pick things that are realistic, and I don't know if I'm going to finish that lip product or if it's just going to have to get decluttered. So we shall see. But, that's just something else. So these are things I should be able to do reasonably. I also want to finish this lip gloss. It's about a year old. I don't know how old it was before that. I mean, it was new, but someone had it and passed it to me. So, we shall see. But from what I can tell, there's not much left. So again, this seems like a reasonable thing to finish. And I don't think, the lip oils would be something I would rebuy. I would potentially rebuy the Milani lipstick at some point. And for the lip liners, I would definitely not buy the Mario or the NYX, but I would consider the Milani one. Although someone said that they might not make them anymore, so I need to look. I keep meaning to look, and I have not. And then finally, for lip products, I would like to finish this So Obsessed. Again, there's hardly anything left, so I feel like I should be able to do it. So it's a reasonable goal. So that is what we have. I'd like to finish. I don't have much left of this pigment. It's probably about 2 uses. I don't want to, you know, make a mess here and use it by dumping it. So I would like to finish this off this year. This won't get me anything. This is just, you know, use it. I would also like to, at first I was going to say finish, but then I decided, oh, I didn't bring the one in here. Hold on. So I thought about trying to finish this blush and also this one. This one just because it's really old. It's probably one of the oldest makeup items in my collection. But I decided instead to have myself use this and this 100 times each this year. And so, you know, it's going to be a lot of tallies happening. But I just feel like, you know, if I could get 100 uses with them each, then it feels like, you know, like this one might go off because it's a liquid product. This one just because it's really old. So I'll feel better about, you know, if I have to throw them out or something. So far they seem fine. If within that 100 uses they go bad, I'm not going to force myself to do 100 uses. It's just, you know, a goal. I also would like to finish 20 eyeshadows or declutter them. So last year in 2025, I finished 13 eyeshadows, and I forget how many I finished the year before. It was quite a few though. So 20 is more than that by a lot, and it might be hard. But my other thought is I decluttered more than that. Like there were some palettes that I retired and singles and things like that. So I will also count declutters, but I don't want to declutter things just, you know, to get the numbers up or something like that. So, you know, I'm going to try to not have to do that. But yeah, my thought is that I will not get myself any new eyeshadows except if I get under 300 eyeshadows total, which finishing 20 will not do that for me. So I would actually have to do more than that, but that's just like my goal. So it might be that I can't buy myself any eyeshadow, which is fine. I didn't actually buy myself a lot of eyeshadow, but I was gifted a bunch of eyeshadow, and that might still happen because it's a good present idea for people, for me. So, you know, that's kind of how that is. But I am at least not going to be, you know, trying to bring stuff in unless I get under 300. So those are goals. And then my one little YouTube goal is to try to hit 500 subscribers, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like I keep getting at numbers and then stuck, and it doesn't really go up, or it'll go up and then it goes back down and goes up more and then goes back down more. And like, it just kind of, you know, a lot of rubber banding back and forth with that. So that's just kind of, you know, a fun goal to like have in mind of hitting 500. I mean, obviously 1,000 is also a good goal for people, but I don't think that's a reasonable goal for me. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to try to get to the 500. I'll have to think about that. Because so far, the things that normally have kind of helped my subscriber count haven't been doing that lately. So I'm not sure. But maybe if you haven't already subscribed, you can do that and help me get to 500. And otherwise, I just want to thank you for watching. Until my next video, I hope you'll be doing well, and I'll see you then. Bye!